The man tied a hose around his waist and climbed up a building that was about to be demolished. The other end of the hose was firmly held by a worker on the opposite side of the structure. Standing at the same height on both sides, they waited until the water inside the hose became completely still. At that moment, the man quickly marked the wall. Using the principle of communicating vessels, the two markings were perfectly level. With this simple method, he precisely determined the blasting points. Because of this, the man earned a reward of $1,000. Seeing the admiration in his son's eyes, he calmly said, "This is the power of knowledge." He had once been a bridge designer, but after a bridge he was responsible for suddenly collapsed. His life fell into ruin. Even so, he never gave up. He sent out resumes everywhere, searching for a job, but at every interview, employers would reject him without even bothering to read his resume. To make ends meet, he had no choice but to work on construction sites, doing exhausting manual labor. He thought this would be the rest of his life. One day, while taking his son out for a meal, he looked at the high prices on the menu and then at the few coins left in his pocket. He planned to return a drink he hadn't touched yet, but when he saw the hopeful look in his son's eyes, he couldn't bring himself to do it and kept the drink. The shop owner misunderstood his hesitation and mocked him for causing trouble. The man said nothing and silently endured the humiliation. Later, on the street, a former subordinate recognized him. The man loudly bragged about his past achievements in public, only to then bring up the bridge collapse and ridicule his current downfall. Unable to bear the insult, his son pushed the man away, and angrily left with his father. Afterward, the man took his son to the construction site where he worked. That day, the workers were preparing to demolish a building, but they couldn't find two blasting points at exactly the same height. Everyone was at a loss. At that moment, the man stepped forward and said he could solve the problem. At first, everyone thought he was joking, but he confidently claimed he could do it in just 2 minutes. The contractor, intrigued, promised him a reward of $1,000 if he succeeded. The man borrowed a safety helmet, threw the hose up to a worker above, and climbed to the required height. Using the principle of communicating vessels, he accurately measured the blasting points and solved the problem with ease. The contractor was deeply impressed. Not only did he sincerely apologize, but he also offered the man a position as a technical consultant in the company.